Hello, everybody. It fucking snowed today. I mean, motherfucking, like, snow that dropped and really piled up, and it kind of looked like December today. It is April 9th, and it looked like December today. My name is Holden Stephan Roy, HSR. I'm here today to do, I think it's the sixth version or edition of the Unfiltered Thoughts, where I spit poetry series. How this works is usually on my bus ride to work, takes about 30, 45 minutes, jot down the thoughts. Sometimes, well, the last couple have taken more than just one session, and life has been evolving as I try to cycle to work now. But you know what happened? The motherfucking snow came and fucked up my entire week. So anyway, if I have to suffer through it, I just figured I'd complain about it. And if you don't believe me, you can check my Instagram at HSR514 and fucking just see this little video I posted about the actual snow as it was falling today. I digress. You're not here for that. This is my little vloggy introduction bit where I just kind of talk all willy-nilly. I mean, I wrote the poem. I'm going to spit the poem. I'm going to do it without any, trying to, make up for mistakes. If I fumble, I'm going to keep it going. It's meant to be more of a one take, one off, I haven't practiced it experience. If you like it, you do. If not, for me, it's like a challenging thing to kind of get better at just doing this type of thing. Like, reading off a teleprompter is not the simplest shit to do. Either way, it's been a pretty cool couple of weeks. I feel like my motivation is spiked the fuck up, especially since I started this. I've been working with more fervor on finishing my album that I've been procrastinating on, and songs do take a lot longer to make when you study hip-hop and start to understand all the different little nuances that go into it. So I'm going to be focusing on time management and getting my shit together and just trying to, make the most out of this early part of my 30s, so by the time I'm 40, I can sit back, chillax, and be like Joe Budden and shit. You know, that guy looks like he's having hella fun right now. And he retweeted me, and that made me so fucking happy. I got 10 retweets and 80 hearts or some shit, and I've never had that on Twitter, so that was fucking dope. So big ups to Joe Budden. I respect that shit. Anyway, I don't know what else to say. I had something in mind that I wanted to just kind of talk about, but I completely forgot. So I'm going to get into the poem now. This is Holden Stephan Roy's Unfiltered Thoughts number 6. The will to commit to such a thing as grit. With sensibility, sing silliness. This is a mission. But the wind has its vision, and in whispers it sells it. I didn't listen. It instilled in me some discipline. It's thrilling to begin in the midst of it. But the wind convincingly mills in minutes, elicits the quickest significance with its chilling air blowing it colder. Being bold may comb over older. A soldier forces order. But whose order is enforced? This is war. Before you roar, this is lore, it is coarse, but how sure is your horse? Of course all course is coerced by a court of connoisseurs. They voice concern, par for the course, but this course is that verb's hearse. Rip to the well-sourced discourse. What really grinds my gears is the fear. As insecurity becomes clear, they leer as the veneer says weird shit like, at least we can agree, this much is clear. Bargaining sincere for the win, fearing that because I disagree, it'll be me hearing they embody the narrative smear. Rear up, cock back, and surely sheer determination will exterminate what flirts with Syrian reputations. Eerily, the sensations of self-elevations. Cheap tricks got your sister twisted in this sensation. Beat this plot from malice, kick it with revelation. Intellectual penetration, I see it as violation. I see it like we're vile and deranged in all walks of my smiley nation. I see it like we're crying inside when that troll trace goes live. We're able to escape. We all know our lies, how our personal ethics are tied to the festering set of actions we despised. If a tweet from 2009 can ruin your life, better go witch finding, burn the stakes. Pray the sniper sights don't localize between your eyes. Everyone commits crimes when the lines is fickle. It moves all the time when everyone's curating with no skill in public relations. No wonder relations relationships are ill, sickly from human emancipation. Certainly we can put the blame up on the feed, but if parents leave it to the schools to teach and schools got no money to properly reach children, show them critical thinking, shit, parents be pushing dual income hours, breaching the ability to persistently beat messaging from TV. Fuck, I'm old. I should be speaking on a Netflix and YouTube theme. Hold up, YouTube Kids is blocked in Quebec over legal reasons. Can't advertise to the age group who consumes without discernment. Google's like, oh, je ne souviens pas tes enfants. We'll respect your laws. The apple dip, jeez. Have you ever seen the creepy shit marketed at little interest? How to pop pills in both subtle and in the top 40 playlist? If I can remember the songs I heard from extreme youth, maybe your sons and daughters be learning drugs from a radio booth. Written to bypass censors, but Google's got an urban dictionary your 7-year-old has access to with voice-initiated commands synchronized by Bluetooth. In truth, I comment and hear excuses. Since I did not procreate, can I comment with my views? My mom taught me to tell analog time. Society gave it the boot. Parental units got no time to teach reading or clock to youth. Somebody else should do it. What do parents actually do? Maybe circumstances prove realities and my ignorance is stupidly lucid, but at least I seek improvement, and to do it I admit to being foolish. Go on through it. I lost my place. Admit to being foolish. Go on through it and get commented, corrected. I don't see it as abuse, but an opportunity to improve. Since knowledge reigns supreme, my power's got a lot to prove. I cower. My spirit may dilute. Give me my flowers so as I lose my sense of smell, devoured and consumed. All I do is win. The opposite is true. I still like my sin. I still like my sin. Well, that still is the glue. The dark fueling chagrin so I can move words. Reuse questions posed from prophets using my hybrid brand English, which I abuse. Clout chasing or is talent now all of a sudden praised? Is it arrogant to want to be paid so I can escape the corporate game? I say it a lot as it's a daily thought. I write poetry for change, both socially and to gain. Interest on art driven, profits saved. Well, I can save my cello speech for a more relevant lane. I want my music pure, the rest is full commercial gain. Oh, the snowy rain made it another bus day. My stop's approaching. Hope your day also isn't fake. Peace and love for whatever remains. All right. So that was the next poem I just did there. I know I fucked up a few times, but like that shit's 775 words, and it's a little bit hard to do that without practice, without fucking up. Yes, I know there are some brilliant motherfuckers out there with all the talent in the world to do the freestyles, to drop everything off the dome and off the top and all that shit, but that shit is just not me. See, me, I grind consistently. I put in a whole bunch of work and I try real hard, and I'm gonna just keep doing that, because the truth is, apparently, if you keep doing that with a plan, you visualize that future and shit, you see who you want to be in 10 years, and you figure out how you get there by just having some big ass dreams and working backwards. And part of my dream involves releasing a lot of content to please the YouTube overlords, to attract some interest to what the fuck I do. I mean, what's the point of writing an album if you're gonna put it out there and on your Spotify and shit, you have 9 followers? That's right. You look at the metrics, it gets 4 views. You're like, fuck me, eh? Nobody gives a shit. So here I am doing this poem. So I'm going to try and keep at it weekly. I have no idea if I'll succeed. I mean, my priority is definitely not making these poems, but I find them fun. So even if you hate them, and even though the channel is not really elevating them and I'm not really getting a whole lot of views, it's not really the point to me. So I do hope you get something from this. I do hope it's interesting for you. And I'm going to keep doing it either way. So on that note, I think it's time to wrap up. Special thanks to the patrons: Ismail Gadamsi, Chris Prado, Super Old School 1994, Lindell Williams, and Jonathan Barnes. They support what the fuck we do. They helped us get this camera where you can kind of see a little bit better than the old camera. So if you like shoot back to like 2017, you'll see the difference. This shit's clearer, I promise. Anyway, I appreciate it. It really is dope. They get to force our hands on our album reviews because we review albums, if you didn't know that. And that's a benefit of that, and they help us grow, and it really motivates the fuck out of us to just know that people support us. If you're not into that, feel free to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and, you know, leave a comment. Let me know what's on your mind, and I just encourage you to do some shit like this. All I can tell you is if you just start doing it, making the worst fucking bullshit, awful shit in the world on day one, by the time you get to like a lot of days later, you're sitting in front of a camera talking to people, and it's like a fucking weird, crazy, ethereal experience. I did drop a project recently. It's on this channel. You can check out the My Music playlist, or Our Music, I think it is. I think I'm sharing. It's not just me. Chris Chrome's up on there too. I'm also on Spotify, Bandcamp, all that good shit. Let us know what you think about anything. Feel free to join this community. We trying to find the best in music by just loving it and not being the haters like the rest of the motherfuckers like Melonhead and whatnot. Whoops, did I diss that dude? I don't know if I'm... Anyway, I'm going to stop because I'm clearly in one of those moods. Have a good night, folks.